What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back here for yet another episode, and in today's video I'm going to be hoping not to get my camera wet. It is actually raining outside. Let's see if we can show you guys that it is raining outside. This is all wet, so I'm going to be hoping to not get my camera wet and answer some of y'all's questions. So on my Instagrams, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, the link is down in the description. But I asked you guys to DM me some questions, type in the little comment section some questions, and I'm gonna do like a little Q&A video. So I've got some questions on here. I think I've got about 25 or so, and I'm just gonna go through these. Some of them are go from your favorite topwater baits to favorite rod and reel brands or combos, how'd you get started on YouTube, a wide range of stuff, and I'm just gonna go through it in today's video. Just a little kickback video. I'm actually gonna be in Norman, Oklahoma for the Oklahoma Army football game this weekend. I'm gonna be sitting out there in the rain as well, so if you guys want to hook up with me and go fish, not sure when this video is going to be out. It might be up before I am there or while I'm in Oklahoma, or it might go up once I get back from Oklahoma. But I'm going to be there, posted something on my Instagram anyways. So let's get into these questions. So I'm just going to go through these, and I'll tell you all the question and then I'll answer them. So favorite topwater bait, preferred depth for topwater, and lakes or ponds. So, favorite topwater bait is a frog. Obviously, you guys have seen me. If you guys have been on my channel like throughout the summer, you guys know that I love frog fishing, and I love the lunker hunt. Copper's Live Target. That's how I remember it. Copper's Live Target. Hollow body frog. It's $12, so it is on the steeper end of a price point, in black. That's my favorite color, favorite frog. Just works. So that's my favorite topwater bait. I really like ponds. Really ponds in general. I don't fish too many lakes, just because I don't have access to a boat unless there is a smaller lake around me with a where you can rent boats or kayaks or canoes or something. I'll do that sometimes, but again, my favorite spot is definitely a pond. And that was asked by Caleb790. The next one is NN Outdoors asks, what is your favorite lure and lure color? So I don't think I could really narrow it down to really one lure, but I'll give you my top three. Probably a frog, some sort of flipping bait, and a chatterbait. That's my top three, and it actually covers the top of the water column, the middle, and the bottom. So it's probably my favorite. Favorite color is probably just like a standard green pumpkin on chatterbaits and flipping baits, or like a bluegill pattern, crawfish pattern, something like that. Like watermelon red flake and for a flipping bait, and maybe like a bluegill for a chatterbait, and black for a frog. Next, Tanner_Collins5 asks, did you play in Cooperstown, New York baseball? No, but fun fact, I did used to play traveling baseball here in my state, and we were actually pretty good. And then I got hurt with some knee surgeries. Might make a video on that later, because that is one of the ways I really got into fishing, actually. But no, I do not play baseball in Cooperstown, New York. Next, CGG Arid, I don't know, 77. Who is your favorite GOOGAM squad member? I would have to say I could narrow it down to three. Probably Flair, John, and Lunkers. Actually, I haven't been watching Lunkers as of lately because he's been doing a lot of hunting stuff. I'm great with hunting. Like I could watch it, but it's not my favorite thing to watch, and I'd rather be watching fishing videos, how-to videos, camera videos, because I'm starting to get into a lot of cameras now, I'd rather watch that than some hunting videos. But I have been watching John and Andrew Flair, and I'd have to go with all three of them. With Lunkers, whenever he's posting his fishing videos and everything, I really like them. I don't know. John, I love his B-roll and everything, and Flair, I honestly think Flair is kind of like me. He doesn't do a whole lot of B-roll unless he does like a big trip or something, you know. And for me, I don't do a whole lot of B-roll unless I'm going on like a special occasion or something like that, where I want to make some dope beats along with the cinematic stuff, that kind of thing. And then Lunkers is just, I kind of think Lunkers is like me too. You start with my filming format, just like an intro, you get your fishing, and then an outro, or whenever you end the video. So those are my favorite GOOGAM Squad members. Next, favorite thing to throw on a Texas rig, it'd have to be the Zoom Z-Hog, and probably green pumpkin, red flake, or black and red flake. Those have been working really well for me down here in the south, in Arkansas, and flipping those in grass patches and on the edges of grass patches is where I've been catching my fish. That's actually one of my favorite baits to throw, or favorite rigs to throw. Next is what do kids at your school think about my channel? So actually not a whole lot of people know about my channel. At my school, some of my closer friends who I actually hang out with a lot know about it. Sometimes I'll give people hints, saying that, oh, I'm looking at this camera, I'm doing this, I'm going this place this weekend or something like that. But I would say like the majority, like they obviously know I like to fish because I wear like fishing shirts all the time and everything, and I talk about it a lot. But I don't think they'd necessarily know that I have a YouTube channel. But that's a good question. Because you never know how people are going to react when you say, oh, I have a YouTube channel, I make YouTube videos. You know, some people kind of think that's weird or something. You know, you just got to stand up to it. If they don't want to be your friend because you make YouTube videos, then they're not the right friend for you. So keep that in mind, fellas. Next, Bass and Binks TV asks, what lake do you want to fish the most in the whole United States? So I would really like to fish up north, maybe like Lake Mille or something like that. Maybe some of the northern lakes that AP Bassin fishes a lot, just because I don't get to fish a whole lot for smallmouth down here, and I really want to go up there and crush some smallmouth. Or Lake Superior. I've been seeing a lot of the Spencer guides up on Lake Superior, and if I ever go up to Lake Superior, I'm gonna go get a guide trip with Spencer, and we're gonna make a dope video. It's gonna be great. So stay tuned for that in the next like 5 years, because that's how long it's gonna take me to save up for it to get all the way up there. But also Lake Okeechobee down in Florida has some really big bass. Texas, Lake Sam Rayburn, I might be going there this January for a tournament. Lake Fork. There's several lakes that I would really like to fish in the United States. Next is, will you do fishing with subscribers? Of course I will. If you guys ever want to go fish, DM me. If you're in Arkansas, DM me. And I'll figure out exactly where you are, and then I'll kind of decide if that's close to me. And of course I'll go fishing with you guys. I'd love to meet some of you guys and go fish. Just slide in the DMs. Next is, how long have you been fishing and who introduced it to you? So I've really been kind of like fishing like a little bit all my life. Or a little bit here and there. I haven't been into fishing as much as I am now. But sometimes we used to live back at a smaller house, when me and my sister and my family were just like, when I was younger, you know. And there was a pond down in a cul-de-sac, probably lots of catfish in there, lots of grass now. I've tried to fish it once for you guys and film a video, and it was terrible. I think it probably got overgrown. People weren't taking care of it and everything with grass and catfish and everything. But I've caught one fish out there with one of my friends. But I don't really know who got me started in fishing. I guess my dad was the first one who ever took me. So I guess he kind of got me introduced to it, and then I did a little bit here and there every once in a while, and then once I hit my knee surgeries, and I fished a little bit more, and I couldn't play sports anymore, and so I just grew a hard love for fishing. Next is what is your favorite saltwater fish to catch? So I've actually never been saltwater fishing. I'd really love to go. I think maybe some Goliath groupers. I think that'd be pretty sweet. I'd have to do a lot of working out because those things fight like a beast, but I think that would be really cool. It's pretty much like a freaking giant bass. Like, that's a saltwater version of a big bass. Another one would be some of those, I don't know what they're called. Not skipjack, maybe jack. I don't know if that's a fish or something. I don't know, but I don't really do much saltwater fishing, as you can tell. I really only know one fish as well as a shark, but I'd really like to go sometime. That is definitely on my bucket list. Next is, are you interested in tournament fishing? I am a little bit. The only problem is tournament fishing takes a lot of money, and it's a lot more expensive than doing YouTube, because really all you have to buy is it could be literally the camera and whole setup I'm filming on you guys right here is maybe under $1,200 with the camera, the lens, the microphone, the tripod and everything. Probably $1,200 to $1,000. SD card, batteries. I've got multiple batteries and everything, but it's a lot cheaper to do this and post more content on this than going out and tournament fishing. You can make more impressions doing this, and I would do it if I had the money, but right now honestly I don't have the money. I don't have boats or anything, and yeah, I would do it if I have the money. So if somebody wants to sponsor me and give me money, I'll do it. But yeah, so I am interested a little bit though. What is your favorite YouTube video you have made? So some of my favorite ones have definitely been my trout fishing series down in a more southern part of Arkansas, down at a fish hatchery. Actually going to be going down there very soon. And the next, I'm going to be going down there like twice a month probably for the next like 3 months or so. So I'm going to be going down there quite a bit, taking down my camera every single time. I'm going to be buying new lenses and everything. So get ready for the pictures, because the dope pictures are freaking about to land. But I would say my Trout Heaven video series have definitely been one of my favorites. I was planning on filming another video this summer on doing like a short film documentary type thing on why I fish, but I just didn't get the time to do that. So that video will be will definitely be my best video that I have ever filmed whenever it comes out. Okay, so getting on, had to restart my camera, but getting on to the next question is, do you fish many tournaments? Like I said in the one of the previous questions, I don't do any tournament fishing right now. I am interested in it a little bit, but once I get a boat, I'll definitely enter some like local tournaments. Next is what's better, FLW or BASS? So I don't really know. They're both tournament trails. If you guys don't know what that means, like they put on tournaments throughout the year. I don't really know. I haven't fished for FLW or BASS, Bassmaster Angler Association, something like that maybe. I I haven't fished for either one of them, so I haven't been in a tournament, see how they handle things or that kind of thing, but man, you can make money both ways, so yeah. Next is what's your favorite setup? So I'd have to definitely 100% say my favorite rod and reel combo is a 13 fishing Origin A with a 13 fishing Defy Black 7.1 to 7.3 medium heavy. I have two combos out of those. Favorite rods and reels I've ever used. Highly recommend them. The links to those rods and reels are down in the description, but I've never had any problems with them. Throughout the 1 year, the whole year that I've used them, actually 1.5 years that I've used the 13 fishing products, I've never had anything go wrong. I have snapped an eyelet, but that was on me for setting the hook, and it wasn't even like the tip eyelet, it was like one of the middle eyelets. Costed me like a couple bucks at my tackle shop to get it replaced. But other than that, I haven't had any problems with them. Love the rods, super sensitive, and they've got great backbone as well, so you can yank freaking bass out of the grass with those things, and I use them for everything. Next is what is your PB bass? PB bass is 5 pounds. I'll put a little picture of it right here, but that's pretty much my PB bass. Caught it under a bridge flipping a little flipping bait. Next is what is your cheapest reel in price but best in quality? Again, I definitely have to say the 13 fishing Origin A for 80 bucks, and it's an 8:1 gear ratio. I like faster gear ratios. I might make a video on why I like fast gear ratios, but that's definitely my favorite one. Have it for over a year, and works great, performs great still. And I do a little bit of maintenance for it during the winter. I'll loosen up the brakes and everything, maybe put a little lubrication in there, but other than that, I don't do much to my reels. Another one I'd say, if you want to spend up to $100, 13 Fishing also makes the Origin C, which is $100, and it's a white version of the Origin A. Maybe has a little bit more ball bearings or some, maybe a little bit gears or something, but pretty much the same gear or same reel. The other one for $100 has to be the Lew's Speed Spool LFS. That reel's awesome. I've got one of those, and performs pretty good as well. So next is what is your favorite rod? Favorite rod has to be the 13 Fishing Defy Black 7.1 to 7.3 medium heavy. I've got it in a spinning and bait casting version. Again, never had any problems with it. So next we've got what kind of lures should I use to catch bigger bass? So normally I'm not targeting bigger bass specifically, but I would say definitely start using 5-inch baits, 5 to 6-inch baits or bigger. Go with like some big worms, big shaky heads, big swim baits, big wake baits, big crankbaits, deep crankbaits. I don't know, it just kind of depends on if you're fishing a pond, fishing a lake, fishing deep, or fishing shallow. You know, you can throw a big whopper plopper, you could throw a big swim bait, you could throw a big wake bait, you could throw a lot of stuff for big bass. So that's that one. Alright guys, so the next question is, how do you advertise your channel? So I really don't do much advertising, honestly. Really Instagram is probably my most used advertisement. I don't do like the promotions and that kind of stuff, but I don't know, I post a lot on my Instagram. Again, link is down in the description. Post a lot, but other than that, I don't really do much advertising. A lot of people just find my videos. I'll do lots of challenge videos, lots of how-to videos, especially coming up in the winter. Post a lot of stuff on my Instagram and everything. DM some people, but other than that, I don't really advertise it. Not like promoting it, spending money and everything. I don't do that. Don't do that. But I don't know. I do what everybody else does pretty much. So next we've got my favorite pro fisherman. Has to be Scott Martin. I've met him probably 3 or 4 times. Got several of his autographs, and he's a pretty sweet dude, pretty nice, really down to earth. Like, doesn't think that he's all in the money and everything, even though he's won a lot. But he'll spend time talking to you. He even put me in one of his videos, and but he's probably my favorite pro. I really like him. My dad's talked to him a little bit too. I've talked to Brandon through Instagram, and just face to face, and I've met Billy. So yeah, Scott Martin's. He's probably one of my favorite pros. Next is fall, the best time for bass, or to fish for bass. I'd say fall and the spring is probably the best time. Fall fish are trying to get thicker and everything before winter, so they've got some fat to feed on. And then spring is when they're chasing bluegill up on the shore and everything. They're getting ready for the spawn. So I would say definitely spring and fall. Fall, you can throw some bigger baits, and you can also throw some more like bigger shad baits, and like Alabama rigs and that kind of thing, because the bass will start to school up and ambush shad. Next is what is your favorite soft plastic lure? I answered this one earlier in the video. It's probably the Zoom Z-Hog, and the normal size, it's like 4 inches or so. Great flipping bait, and that's probably one of my favorite soft plastic baits, or at least most used soft plastic baits. Next one is river or creek. Like which one I'd rather fish, probably. I haven't fished any rivers, I don't think, so I'd probably have to go with creek. Just like you're wading in the creek, so much fun. I did a creek fishing video a little bit back, maybe a couple weeks ago, and I'm actually going to have another video exactly like that. That's going to be coming pretty soon. Actually, another couple videos that are going to be like that. Once I get back from Oklahoma, I'll be doing some creek videos. Next one is from the same person, actually. Pond or lake? Definitely pond. Not very experienced with lakes, other than fishing out of a kayak or something, fishing the bank, fishing submerged brush and everything, but definitely pond. A pond is a lot easier to figure out what a bass is eating. In a lake, there's this big, wide open area of where a bass could be, and then in a lake, or in a pond, wait, that was for a lake, this is for a pond. It's a very scaled down size of a lake, so you've got this little spot where a bass could be hiding, and it's a lot easier to get him to bite. I guess that. I don't fish too many lakes. Next is what is the most expensive combo you have? I would say $250 is probably the most expensive one I have. It's I have a Denali Covert 7.6 medium heavy. I use it for a lot of crankbaits, some chatterbaits and that kind of thing, but mainly crankbaits. And the reel I have on that is a Lew's LFS speed spool, $100. So the rod is $150 and the reel's $100. So probably that. I don't get too many expensive stuff. I found that the 13 Fishing Origin A and the 13 Fishing Defy Black are really good together. I've caught tons of big fish, and just fish in general on them, on those two rods, or on that rod and reel combo. So that combo is only $140, so that's probably what I'm going to be buying a lot of now. So next we've got about 3 more questions. And how long have you been YouTubing, and what made you start? So really, I would not be here without my parents. They bought the first GoPro that I ever filmed on. If if you guys go back to as far as you can go in my channel, the first video that I filmed was on a little GoPro Hero 3 Plus Silver Edition that we got on Black Friday. It's actually Thanksgiving night or something. I don't know. Maybe Thanksgiving Eve or something. And we went to Best Buy. They had this good deal. We were guessing on the GoPro, and we got that. So once we got that GoPro, we would film a little bit of stuff like some fishing videos or just like what we were doing that weekend, but we'd never put them out to the public, or we'd never do anything with the video. So I was watching YouTube videos at the time, and I was like, heck, why don't I just make a YouTube channel, and I'll let people see what we're doing throughout the weekend, maybe film some fishing videos while I'm at it. It will at least be using the camera for something, rather than having all the footage on the SD card and letting it sit there, you know. So if I didn't have that GoPro, then I probably would not be here. Next, oh, and I also asked, how long have you been YouTubing, or being a YouTuber? I think 3 years, but I've really started to post lots of content and everything really for the past 1 to 1.5 years. So you look at all my growth and everything, and it's really within the past 1.5 years to 1 year. Next is, will you shout out Nick's Fishing? Go check out Nick's Fishing, N-I-X space fishing. Next is, this is the very last question. How much money have you invested in fishing? I've invested a lot, especially without counting camera gear and everything. Camera gear is a whole different topic, I'll tell you all that. And I'm even looking at some new cameras, drones, lenses. It's gonna be freaking crazy next year. But I don't know, my rods and reels, I've probably done like $600 worth, maybe, probably around there. And then I've got tons of tackle. I'm not even gonna try counting it up. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to say that I've spent like $5 billion on fishing either, and y'all think that I'm like the richest kid on earth, because I'm really not. I buy everything. Mystery tackle box, you guys see that? I have my own debit card, and I pay for that every month. It comes out of my whatever I work that month. Camera gear, I saved up for this freaking camera the entire summer, and I work for this stuff, so I don't want you guys to think that I'm rich and I've got all this money laying around. So please do not think that. But other than that, that is the final question. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was pretty long, but we had quite a few questions to get through. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. The next video you guys will see will be going over my top 5 fall baits. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode of LMB Nation. Peace, guys.